as old folk would say, going to junior high. Once again, I'm honored to be here and share just a couple of things today. And to thank you for those that shared, especially to our young brother that shared the introduction. Just have a few words that I want to just encourage you with, because I know these are always special moments. Whenever you get an opportunity to transition, to come to the end of something, it signifies two things. Number one, it signifies that you have completed something, but also, secondly, it signifies that you have the opportunity to go on to something else. I've been charged with the task to share my thoughts on what is a wonderful title and a topic I think all of us should spend some time thinking through, and that is, what does it take to be an overcomer? Most people see me now, and God has graced me for 12 years to lead an incredible church here in the city, Tabernacle Baptist Church. But I was raised in Greensboro, North Carolina. I was raised by my maternal grandparents. And I remember the elementary school that I went to. It was an elementary school called Bluford Elementary School. Literally, it was at the corner of where my house was. I could walk to my elementary school. It was only 3 houses down from my house. But it was a formative place for me. It helped me to be where I am today. It was the projectile, if you will, that allowed me to develop a sense of achievement and a sense of recognition. That's why you should not take these years that you have spent at Mayfield for granted. Because surely as you go to the next place, middle school, then high school, and others who will go to other places of higher education, it's the formative things that you learn here that's important to teach you how you can succeed wherever you go. Let me give you a couple things, just some thoughts to encourage you and strengthen you as you continue to think through about what it means to be an overcomer, because you today are being celebrated for your excellence in the variety of topics, PE, math, and other things that you went through. Now, I always want to encourage you, no matter what you do, to always do what you can to succeed. First thing that I would tell you that is going to be very helpful, especially as you navigate what it means to overcome and go to the next level, continue this trajectory of success, is number one, be true to yourself. We all have been gifted in a unique way. I know that now one of the temptations, especially when I was in school, is that for some reason we always wanted to be like others. And I will never forget, even as a young person, that sometimes we laugh at those who kind of walked to their own beat and did their own thing. But as I got older, I would remember and I think I'm appreciative of those who appreciate their own unique self. I want to encourage each of you to be true to yourself. You've been created in a unique way. There is nobody like you. And the plan that the one above has created for each of us, none of us were meant to be like anyone else. You are so unique. There is no one else in the world that has your DNA code, which means that you were created and fashioned to do something so special that only you can accomplish. The reason I say that, and especially in this culture that we have today, is there's a tendency sometimes that we want to be like other people. We love trends and trying to fit in certain circles. But let me tell you something. It's hard to fit in circles when you're not meant to be in the circles that some places we're trying to fit ourselves. And here's why being true to yourself is so important. Because when you're not yourself, guess what? You rob the world of your unique self. Make sure, number one, that you be true to yourself. Don't allow anyone else to push you outside of expressing yourself in your own unique way. But number two, I also want to tell you, learn how to be nice to others. That sounds so elementary, I understand, for most of us. That sounds like basic things, but I really believe there's something to be said about just being nice. We've been given one of the great gifts. Can I tell you one of the great gifts that we've been given? It's not that we can have a nice house. Those things are cool. It's not that we can drive great cars. Those things are cool. But let me tell you, the greatest gift that we have been given is the gift of one another. I'm grateful that we don't have to live in this world by ourselves. I know that sometimes we can feel isolated. But one of the great resources that we have is the relationships that we can cultivate. I stand today, a good friend of mine, matter of fact, this week I talked to, his name is Kenyatta Martin. We called him Skeeter growing up. He was my dear friend from when we were 4 years old. And even to this day, we have walked through life together, went to middle school together, went to high school together. He went off to the Naval Academy while I went to Wake Forest University. I remember as he went off and continued his journey in life, even though life took us in different directions, we still stayed together.
That's why you never know the relationships that you have. And like I said, we just talked recently this week, and you never know who you're sitting next to and how long that relationship will go. I do believe that relationships come, and some are for a season, and some are also for a lifetime. But it's something about being nice to one another, because you never know how important that other individual can be for you in your future. Be true to yourself, be nice to others, but also I suggest you give your best at everything. Never settle for mediocrity. Never settle to be average. We have a lot of people that just want to be average. We have a lot of people, because averageness is easy. Being mediocre is easy. The fact that you're here today and we are celebrating you means that you embrace excellence. And excellence should not be just the ceiling, but it should be the floor from which you operate in your life. Give your best at everything. Everything that you have an opportunity to do, give your absolute best. For me, that was my way out as I was raised in Greensboro, North Carolina, and being raised by my maternal grandparents. They were very strict with me. I never forget, oftentimes I would have to come home, and while my friends were outside playing, I would have to finish my homework and do my piano lessons. And I used to get upset because I was like, why are you so worried about how well I do in my work? They stayed on me. But they developed this work ethic in me that still drives me to this day. I want you to know that excellence should be your standard in everything. Regardless if it's with work, regardless in other areas of life, excellence should be what you try your best to do. And even in moments of failure, it's okay as long as you fail forward. You must remember that I'm to give my best in all that I have. Be your authentic self. Be nice to others and give your best at everything. Here's the fourth and final thing that I want to share with you. It's also I want you to understand. This is the final thing I want you to grab. There is nothing you cannot achieve. Whatever you're dreaming about, whatever you sit here and you're thinking in yourself, I want to be the next president. I want to be Dr. Lawyer, or perhaps you say I want to be a pastor. Whatever you set your goals to, keep pushing until you achieve them. You have people around you, administration, faculty, staff, even your parents who can testify that sometimes some goals may not happen when we want them to happen. But if you keep pushing, you keep striving, you can still achieve them. I am amazed at the many people that I get to meet here in a great city that I love called Augusta, Georgia. And to see people who continue to push themselves, even when they have closed doors in their face, even when they meet some no's along the way. There's something about when you have a dream, when you have a vision, when you keep that on the forefront of your mind and the forefront of your heart, you can achieve it. I know you sit here and you have some things on your mind that you want to see. You can do it. You can achieve it. You can succeed as long as you put your mind, your heart, and soul to it. I want you to know each of you has what it takes to do whatever you want to do. Don't let anyone tell you that you're not valuable. Don't let anyone tell you that you don't have what it takes. I'll never forget when I was in middle school, and this is what I leave you with. I had a teacher, and I think in her way she was trying to encourage me, but in front of the class she made a comment that I particularly did not agree with. She assumed that at that time I wasn't really taking myself or my studies as seriously as I needed to be. She made a comment and the class started to laugh. They laughed because they thought it was funny, but in my mind I said to myself, I will never let someone else choose my path for me. If I'm going to make some mistakes, they're going to be my own mistakes. If I'm going to fall, it's because I failed. But I will never let anyone label me or try to tell me what I cannot achieve. And I pray that each of you stay that dogmatic, stay that serious, be true to yourself, be nice to others, give your best at all times, and know you can achieve anything you put your mind to. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you.